Form A, B, C coupling inside. Try this from the top. Last class was on Thursday, it's Monday. See if I can get this, see what I can miss. Check underneath the vehicle for leaks. Be a sign of either hoses broken, damaged, or some kind of a containment system that's leaking. Check for debris. Debris could be from the engine or the truck itself, or it could be debris that I might run over, damage the truck. Also make sure the truck is not leaning, make sure it's level. It could be a sign of either damaged components, suspension components, or a flat tire. Okay. Cab clearance lights, cab lights, clearance lights. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Clean, functional, proper color of amber. Mirrors. Fender mirrors, mounted securely. Not cracked, broken, damaged. Clean, functional, adjusted to me. Headlights. Driver's side, passenger side, left side, right side. Clean, functional, mounted securely. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. Proper color of white. Parking lights, four-way hazards, turn signals, left and right. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Clean, functional, proper color of amber. Next we go to engine components. Oh, yeah, here's my pickup. Alternator, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. It is belt driven. Serpentine belt is mounted securely, not cracked, frayed, cut. And make sure the tension does not have more than 3/4 inch of play when pulled. Our instructor told us that would be whatever you check on that side, check on that side. I asked him about doing the whatever I saw on that side, such as like the suspension components and the belts and stuff. He says, no, just go over to the driver's side, do it from there. Okay, all my hoses, airlines, hoses are mounted securely on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and no leaks. Coolant system is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Caps are in place and tight. No leaks. Filled to the manufacturer's specifications. Water pump, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not leaking. All hardware is intact. It is also belt driven. Belt, mounted securely, no abrasions, cracks, frays. No more than 3/4 inch when played, pull when played. Engine oil, dipstick, mounted securely. I'll check the engine oil when it's cool. Pull a dipstick out, wipe it off, reinsert the dipstick, pull the dipstick back out. Check the fluid level, make sure it is above the refill or fill mark in the proper range, and reinstall the dipstick. Power steering pump on this vehicle is mounted down here on the inside of the frame rail. It is gear driven. Make sure it is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not leaking. Air compressor mounted behind that is also gear driven. I will make sure it is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not leaking. And all lines are mounted securely on both ends. Frame, make sure it is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, no illegal welds. Power steering fluid reservoir, make sure it is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not leaking. Caps are present and tight. Make sure that the fluid level, as seen here, is above the minimum mark. Power steering hoses, mounted securely on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and is not leaking. Steering column, mounted securely on both ends. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. U-joints, mounted securely. No foreign debris, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Steering gearbox is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Steering components, pitman arm, drag link, mounted securely on both ends. Hardware such as the castle nut and cotter pin are present. Spring mounts. And back yonder, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Yep. Leaf springs, mounted securely on both ends. Not cracked, broken, or damaged, missing leaves or shifted leaves. All hardware such as the spring bolts, nuts, and bolts are intact. Shock absorbers mounted securely on both ends. Not cracked, broken, or damaged, and not leaking. Air lines for the brakes, mounted securely on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and is not leaking. Brake chambers, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, damaged, or dented. Clamps, even though this doesn't have it, clamps are present. Clamps are not missing or loose. No leaks on the brake chamber. The push rods, slack adjusters are mounted securely. All hardware is intact, not cracked, broken, or damaged. I'll check the adjustment of the slack adjuster by chalking the tires. Releasing the brake, pulling on the slack adjuster, making sure there's no more than 1 inch of movement. Brake drum. Make sure it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. Mounted securely. No holes, no welds, and the lining is not worn dangerously thin. Wheel hub axle seal. Mounted securely with all hardware intact. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. Not leaking. And I'll check the fluid level by removing the cap, sticking my finger in that hole, checking the fluid level, and replacing the cap. Lug nuts. All my lug nuts are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No white powdery residue or rust, which would signify a loose nut lug nut. Rims. Make sure those are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No illegal welds, no rust streaks. That would also indicate looseness. Valve stem and cap. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not leaking. Make sure the cap is tight. I will check the air pressure when the tires are cold by using a tire gauge. Tires. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No abrasions, bulges, cuts, frays, or fabric showing. Make sure the steer tires are evenly worn with a minimum of 4/32 of tread. And I think that covers Form A. Going over a quick review, I think I covered all Form A. I'm sure I missed something, but we'll see later. Form B. Okay, this will start. Now, it depends on if I pull a card that says Form A specifically. If I did just pull Form A on the inspection, then I'll come back here after doing Form A. I'll come back here and check the coupling, but here I'm going to save it for the last. I'm going to do this like I did a full inspection. So we're off to Form B. Form B, starting with the driver's door. Make sure actually both doors, make sure they open and close. They are mounted securely. Not cracked, broken, damaged. No missing parts. All hardware is intact. Hinges, door hinges, mounted securely. Not cracked, broken, damaged. All hardware is intact. Door seals. Make sure they are mounted securely. Not cracked, broken, damaged. No missing. Mirrors. Mirrors and mounts, make sure they are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, damaged, and that they are clean, functional, and adjusted to me. Turn signals, hazards, 4 ways. They are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, clean, functional, proper color of amber. Def tank. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and not leaking. Cap is present and tight. I will check the level of the fluid by using the gauge inside the driver on an instrument cluster. Make sure it has 1/8 of an inch, or I'm sorry, 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of a tank. Cab steps. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Clean of debris. All hardware is intact. DOT reflective tape on the cab. Mounted securely, clean and functional. Fuel tanks. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and not leaking. Fuel caps present and tight. Frame. Make sure it is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. No illegal welds. Drive shaft. Mounted securely on both ends. Not cracked, broken, or damaged, and not dented. U-joints. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and no foreign debris. Exhaust system. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, no holes, and no carbon, soot, or rust. Torque arm. Torque arms, mounted securely on both ends, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Brake airlines, mounted securely on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, not leaking. Brake chamber, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, damaged, or dented, not leaking, and the clamp is not loose or missing. Slack adjusters and push rods. Where's my camera at? There it is. Slack adjusters and push rods, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. I will check to make sure they are. I'll check the adjustment of the slack adjusters by chalking the tires, releasing the parking brake, pulling on the adjusters, make sure there's no more than 1 inch of play. Control arm mounts. Even though our instructor said leaf spring hanger, leaf spring mount. And this is the control arm, it has airbags. I'm going to call it control arm. My control arm mount. Maybe it is a leaf spring hanger mount too, I don't know. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Control arm is mounted securely on both ends, not cracked, broken, or damaged. U-bolts, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Shock absorbers, mounted securely on both ends, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and not leaking. Where's my airbags? I'll go with that next. Drums, brake drums, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No illegal welds. Oh, I forgot on the front one. Make sure there's no foreign grease, oil, or debris. Also make sure that the linings are not worn dangerously thin. Butt spacing. Make sure that the rims are flush and even, and there's no debris. Got my airbags. Oh, right there. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts since it's rubber. Not leaking as well. Axle hub seals. All hardware is intact, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, no leaks. For the fluid level, I'll take it to a mechanic, have them inspect it for proper fill. Lug nuts. All my lug nuts are mounted securely. Not cracked, broken, damaged, or missing. And there's no sign of white powdery residue or rust to signify a loose lug nut. Rims. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, no Lego welds. Valve stem caps. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not leaking. Valve stem caps will be tight and secure and tight. Tires. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No abrasions, bulges, cuts, frays, or holes, and not leaking. I'll make sure that the tires are worn evenly with a minimum of 2 30-second. Mud flat splash guards. Mounted securely, all hardware is intact, not cracked, broken, or damaged. It must be within 8 inches of the ground. DOT tape, clean and functional, mounted securely. Reverse light, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, clean and functional with the proper color of white. Turn signals, left and right, 4-way flashers, brake lights, tail lights, mounted securely, clean and functional with the proper color of red. And that, I believe, covers Form B. Okay, our instructor also mentioned to us that if we pull Form C, which is just the trailer, they asked the inspector if we can go ahead and conduct the coupling beforehand so we don't forget it, basically. But I'll wait till the end. So, Form C, trailer. Clearance lights, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Clean, functional with the proper color of amber on the fronts. Trailer bulkhead. It's mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All rivets are present, no flapping, loose, hanging metal. Marker lights. All my marker lights on the side of the trailer will be mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Clean, functional, proper color of amber. DOT tape down the sides of the trailer. I'll make sure it is mounted securely, clean, and functional. Make sure to look up and down just in case. You never know, you might miss something. Trailer landing gear. I will make sure that the landing gear is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Landing gear handle. Make sure it is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and properly secured. Landing pads. I'll make sure those are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and that they are in the raised position. Trailer floor, frame, cross members, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, no holes, and all hardware is intact. Let's see if there's anything else here. Ah, yes. Turn signal. 4-way flashers. Make sure those are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Clean, functional with the proper color of amber. Airlines. Make sure my airlines are mounted securely on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. And that they're not hanging too dangerously low. Tandem sliding rails. I'll make sure that these are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Tandem lock pin. Make sure that it is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact, and that is in the locked engaged position. Tandem release arm. Make sure that it is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and that is in the locked position. brake air lines. Mounted securely on both ends. Not cracked, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and not leaking. Brake chambers. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No dents, not leaking. Any clamps are not loose or missing. Slack adjusters and push rods. Make sure those are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. And I'll check the adjustment by cocking the wheels, releasing the brakes, and pulling on the slack adjusters with no more than 1 inch of play. Control arm mounts. Make sure these are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Control arms. Mounted securely on both ends. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Shock absorbers. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. And not leaking. Airbags. Oh, airbags there. Mounted securely on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and not leaking. Where are my control arms? Torque arms. Does this one not have torque arms? Anyways, U-bolts. Make sure these are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. I'm sure this thing has torque arms. I just don't see them. If I had torque arms, I'd mention the torque arms. Make sure those are mounted securely on both ends and not cracked, broken, or damaged. Oh, let's see. Yes, the brakes. Brake drums, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, dented, or illegal welds. No foreign oil, grease, or debris. I'll make sure that the linings are not worn dangerously thin. Bud spacing. Make sure my bud spacing is flush. Rims are flush and no foreign debris. Tires worn evenly. No abrasions, bulges, cuts, not leaking. Mounted securely. Not leaking. I already said that, right? And minimum of 2/32 of inch tread. Hub axle seals. Mounted securely. All hardware is intact. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. No leaks. And I'll have a mechanic inspect the fluid level. Lug nuts. I'll ensure all my lug nuts are mounted securely, not missing, not cracked, broken, or damaged. And there's no sign of looseness, which is indicated by white powder residue or rust. Rims. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No illegal welds. Valve stem and caps. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, or leaking, and the caps are present and tight. I will check the air pressure when the tires are cold with the pressure gauge. Mud flaps, mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. What else did I miss? I had to have missed something. Brakes, torque arm. Tandem slide lock. Let's see, no marker lights on top. Rear marker light. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Clean, functional, proper color of red at the rear of the trailer. Trailer doors. Make sure these are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. And no holes. Door hinges. Make sure they're mounted securely, not cracked, broken, damaged, missing. All hardware is intact. Door handles. Make sure those are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and latched securely. DOT tape. Clean, functional, mounted securely. Clearance lights, correction. Marker lights. This one does not have clearance lights at the top. If they did, I'd make sure they are mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, clean, functional, and proper color red on the rear. Here's your freaking marker lights here. Tail lights, stop lights, turn signals left and right, and hazard 4 ways. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged, clean, functional, with a proper color of red. And I believe that covers Form C. Alright, let's see if I can do Form C. Form C. I'm sorry, coupling. Form C was the trailer. Coupling. Catwalk and steps. Mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact and clear of debris. Glad hands. Emergency and service. Mounted securely. Gaskets are present. Mounted securely on both ends with no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'll make sure that the lines are not dragging on top of the catwalk. Electrical connector mounted securely on both ends and that they're locked. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. And I'll make sure that the pins are lubricated. Oh boy, here comes the fun part. Fifth wheel platform mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No missing parts. All hardware is intact. Clear of debris. Fifth wheel slide lock release airlines mounted securely on both ends. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and not leaking. Trailer apron is mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No holes. No gaps between the apron and fifth wheel slide plate. And is mounted flat. Fifth wheel glide plate mounted securely, not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Fifth wheel release arm. Was it engaged? And the safety catch engaged. Let's see now. Let's see the safety. Crap. Anyways, I gotta make sure that the release arm is in the secure position and the safety latch is engaged. Fifth wheel platform locking pins mounted securely. That the locks are in the engaged position. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. All hardware is intact. Was that it? Alright, come back here. Check. Inside there, inside the fifth wheel, I'll make sure that the locking jaw is in the locked engaged position around the shank of the kingpin. The kingpin of the trailer is not cracked, broken, or damaged. Mounted securely. It is not bent. I'll also check the spacing from the rear of the tractor to the landing gear. Make sure that the fifth wheel is mounted or in the proper position so when I make any turns that it will not interfere, hit the landing gear when turning. I think that was it on coupling. I'm sure I missed something. I'll have to go back and redo it or review it. As part of my flow for inspection, this is going to be the in-cab safety items. So my intent was before I even get in the truck, talk to the inspector basically. So safety items, I have my reflective triangles, fuses, and my flares. Here's my fire extinguisher. Make sure it is properly mounted and charged. I'm going to go ahead and chalk the wheels before getting into the truck. So when I do my brake test, that's one less thing I got to make sure I just mention that. All right, 3 points of contact, people. Okay. Inside, seat belt.